back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I'm here today to do a wrap-up for February. I'm going to tell you everything I read in February very quickly and run through what I rated it, but if you want to know more about these books, I will probably be doing reviews of the majority of them, so look out for them coming up soon. Or you can check out my Goodreads where I always write out reviews of everything I read, so if you want to know a bit more about them, go and check out that. Let's get started. I'm going to go from my lowest rated to my highest rated, but in February I read a whopping 27 books and 13 graphic things, so that's quite a lot, and yeah, we'll have to whiz, so let's get started. So, the first thing I read, and the thing I gave the lowest rating, which was 2 stars, is When a Child Was Born. This is a novella from the Chronicles of St. Mary series, which I loved, but I think the novellas are a little bit hit and miss, but the actual books are amazing, and I'm going to be doing a full review of this whole series because I absolutely adored the series. However, this particular novella only got 2 stars from me just because it's really, really short and there's not much to go on. So 2 stars for that. The next one I read was the first book in this trilogy, which is called The Riddle Master of Head. It's by Patricia A. McKillip. I gave the first book in this series a 2 stars just because I wasn't really connected with the characters and I felt like it needed more. I'll do a full review on this one because it is one of the SFF masterworks that's part of the project that I'm doing this year, so I'll be doing a full review on this whole trilogy, so look out for that. But I gave the first one 2 stars. I also gave the third one in this trilogy 2 stars, so it was just kind of an okay read for me. It didn't really do what I wanted it to do, but hey ho. The next one I have is The Two Towers by Jrr Tolkien. I gave this a 2.5 stars. Don't hate me guys, I'm just not a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but I'm going to be doing a full series review about these books, so I will talk about it more then. Next up, another novella from the St. Mary series, which is called Roman Holiday. This one got a 2.5, again just because it's super short. I then read Crossroads of Canopy, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars to, and I will be reviewing this one. It's by Thoraya Dyer, and it's the debut by her. Also getting 3 stars, although a stronger 3 stars, is The Female Man by Joanna Russ. This was my other SFF Mistress Works book that I've chosen for this month, and I really enjoyed bits of this and I think it's great to discuss, but as a story it didn't quite come together in the way I hoped. Overall it definitely was interesting to read and I did like it, so I gave it 3 stars. But it's more about the discussions I got from this that I really enjoyed. Next up, another novella which is called Christmas Present. This one got a 3 out of 5 stars from me. And going back to this one, I gave the second one within this, which is called Heir of Sea and Fire, a 3 out of 5 stars because I liked this one a lot more. It switched to a different character as a narrator and I thought she was a much better character. And then it reverted again for book 3, but we'll talk more about this in my review. I also read the new Gail Carriger novella, which is called Romancing the Inventor. I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a super fun lesbian romance story and I just thought it was great. You guys know I love Gail Carriger, so I really enjoyed this one, and it was actually narrated on Audible by Emma Newman, who I also love, so it was a great combination and I gave it a 3.5. Next up I read The Inconvenient Indian by Thomas King. This is a non-fiction about native Indians and Americans and it's a really interesting read but definitely quite dense, so I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I also read a romance book that was recommended to me by the ladies from the Travelling Sisterhood of Paperbacks, who are a new podcast run by Claire Rousseau, Kay Taylor-Ray and Chelsea from the Reading Outlaw, so I'll link all of them below. And one of the books they chose to read was When Ascot Ties the Knot by Tess Adair, and I had never read any of her work, so I thought I'd give it a go. I definitely enjoyed it. It was super silly and super fun and very whimsical and crazy, and it was silly but it was really amusing, so I gave that one a 3.5 out of 5 stars and it was actually a lot more entertaining than I anticipated. The next one was one of the books from the Chronicles of St. Mary series called A Trail Through Time. I gave that one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Also getting a 3.5 is Radiance by Katherine M. Valenti. Definitely enjoyed this. It was borderline 3.5 and 4. I wasn't sure which way to go, so it's kind of like a 3.75 I suppose. I really enjoyed this when I read it. It's a science fiction but it's told in a very cool way, and I read this with James, so that was really fun. So as I say, 3.5 or 3.75 for that one. Another one of the novellas that I read is Ships, Stings and Wedding Rings, and this one got a 3.5 as well. And then I picked up an urban fantasy which is called Nice Dragons Finished Last, and it's by Rachel Aaron, who also writes under the pseudonym of Rachel Back. I hadn't read any of her books, but this was my first and it was really, really fun. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars overall. Another of the Jodie Taylor books is No Time Like the Past. This one got 4 stars from me. A Second Chance, another Jodie Taylor, got 4 stars from me too. The Very First Damn Thing, which is a novella in the series, got 4 stars. Blood Upon the Sand by Bradley Beaulieu also got 4 stars from me, and this is the second one in the 12 Kings series. So good, I will do a full review on this one for sure. Carrying on with Jodie Taylor books, the next novella is A Great St Mary's Day Out, and I gave this 4 stars. I also gave My Name is Markham 4 out of 5 stars. And then Lies, Damned Lies and History, which is one of the books, got a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Along with What Could Possibly Go Wrong, another one of the books, 4.5. Then I read a Tor.com novella which is due out fairly soon, I think in the next few months. It's called Down Among the Sticks and Bones, and it's the second one in this series. It's so good and I really, really enjoyed it, and I gave this one a 4.5. I will be reviewing this one. And then I read the Book Buddy box for February, which is Golden Boy. I gave this a 4.5. It's about an intersex character kind of coming to terms with what being intersex means and discovering a lot more about himself and what he wants for himself and what options are available. So it was fascinating, it was beautiful, it was heart-wrenching, and it was tragic, and it was beautifully, beautifully put together. And obviously it was Book Buddy book, which means it had like Eleanor's post-it note thoughts about what she was thinking as well, so that added to it. But it was fantastic in its own right. It was beautiful and it was essential reading. It was just so, so good. So I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then my favourite book of the entire month, which is very closely tied with Golden Boy, was this one, which is Sufficient Grace by Amy Espeseth. And this is a fictional book about 2 cousins who are raised in a almost cult-like religious church. They live with most of their family there. They're kind of out in the sticks. They have to hunt for food. Death is quite normal because of how much hunting they do. The community is quite isolated and religion is everything, and it's very, very beautifully written. Words in this book are lyrical and beautiful and poignant and just fantastic. So if you want a fantastically beautiful read, check this one out. If you want a really important read, check this one out. Both are really, really fantastic reads overall though, and I gave both 4.5 stars. So no 5-star books for me this month. I nearly gave both of these 5 stars, but I'm trying to be a little bit more critical, and I think they weren't quite there yet, although they were close. As I said, I also read 13 graphic things, so I'll really quickly run through the ratings, but if you want to know more about my thoughts on the graphic things I read, I have actually done a vlog of the whole of the Getting Graphic readathon, which is a readathon that I hosted alongside Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books. We will be doing this again. Some of you have asked if you missed it this time and will there be another one. We will be doing it again. It will be on the 17th of June, but we will give you more details nearer the time to remind you, but it will happen again, so don't worry, never fear if you missed the first round. However, I'm going to quickly run through what I rated each of these, and as I say, if you want to know more thoughts, I've done a full vlog over there where I talk in more detail. So, Witches Volume 1, 3 out of 5 stars. Lady Killer Volume 1, 3 out of 5 stars. Peter Panzerfaust Volume 2, 3 out of 5 stars. Why the Last Man Volume 1, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Death Note Volume 1, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Peter Panzerfaust Volume 3, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Nailbiter Volume 1, 4 out of 5 stars. Gotham Academy Volume 2, 4 out of 5 stars. The Beauty Volume 1 got 4 out of 5 stars. Low Volume 2 got 4 out of 5 stars. Peter Panzerfaust Volume 4 got 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one. Sunstone Volume 5 got 5 out of 5 stars. And Adventure Time Volume 1 also got 5 out of 5 stars. So I did give out some 5-star ratings on the graphics, not on the novels and novellas. If you want to know more about them and see the insides and the pictures, I have done a full video all about that, so I'll link that for you to go and check out. So that is it. That is everything I read in February, and I'm quite amazed at how much I managed to get through. So it's been a crazy, awesome month, and I hope that the year continues to be really great. So fingers crossed. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye! Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.